So we are going to start by talking about Ningxia Red. Hopefully most of you have all tried Ningxia Red and have gotten to enjoy it. It's a personal favorite here in, that's not gonna shut all the way, baby.
Okay.
You can take the noodle off the top if you want. It's a favorite here in our house. John drinks it every morning. James absolutely loves it. And there we go. That's a lot better. And I adore it. I drink it all the time. So we are going to get started with a quick video. This is Sarah Harnish's PowerPoint presentation. So she's got some videos and stuff which are pretty great. So we're going to take a look at our farms quick, and that's in this next video. And while we're doing that, I'm going to drink my tea. Okay. All right, so it's not always, okay. There we go. It's not always about what we're cutting out. It's about what we're adding into our lives, our diet, our lives, our supplement regimen, whatever it is. So if I had to pick one Young Living supplement, and right now I kind of pick like 2 Young Living supplements for my ER orders, and that's about all we can do right now. I have Ningxia Red and Sulfurzyme on my order every single month, and that's what we do. I have a wish list of about 400 things that we would love to be using, but right now Ningxia is the top of our list because everyone in the family loves it and uses it, and it's so good for us. So it would be great if we could get everything that we needed just from the food we eat, but with all the processing that we're doing and the fact that all of us grow less and less of our own foods, that makes it a lot more difficult. Food is repeatedly grown on the same land year after year with pesticides and fertilizers, and scientists are creating new varieties of crops to grow faster and become bug resistant. Excuse me, which means that the plants don't have time to absorb the same kinds of nutrients, and the soil loses its vitamins, minerals, and microbes faster than they can be replaced. A Cushy Institute analysis of nutrient data from 1975 to 1977, so just 22 years, found the average calcium levels in 12 fresh vegetables dropped 27%, iron levels dropped 30%, and vitamin C dropped also 30%. So you'd have to eat 8 oranges today to get the same amount of vitamin A that your grandparents got. And that's from the Scientific American. So that's pretty significant, and that's why things like Ningxia are so important to add into our daily diet, because it's jam-packed full of all of that stuff that our food is lacking more and more as the days go by. So maybe we can't get enough from our plants, but we can get it from other foods like our meats, right? The problem is that our meat eats those same plants that are nutrient deficient now. So a study from the Journal of Nutrition and Health found that copper levels in the UK are down 90% in dairy, 55% in meat, and 76% in vegetables. And water is also depleted of minerals because the plants are pulling it out for more nutrients. And because our modern production methods are more efficient, it means that more plants on the same land, we're doing more crop rotations over year by year. And so it's pulling more and more nutrients out than what can be replenished each year. And then we've got all of our town and city filtration systems, which remove important minerals like magnesium, which is essential for 300 different biochemical reactions in the body. And then they add in chlorine and fluoride, which are not good for us. I'm not sure what's going on with this slide. So we're going to touch base on this really quick. Okay, so in addition to that, our nutrient absorption declines with age. So the older we get, the less we're able to absorb, and nutrient deficiencies hurt your performance, cause DNA damage, make you age faster, and cause chronic disease, which is why we want to supplement our diet. So we're going to talk about what is Ningxia. Ningxia is actually a whole wolfberry puree. So if you leave your Ningxia on the counter, let me see if I can bust some of these bottles out. Just so happen to have a brand new box sitting here. Okay. So let me grab my light here. See that difference there? All of that on that lighter color there on the bottom is that is actually a different color. That's not just a lighting trick. And the color on the bottom is the pureed fruit. And it's generally about a half to a third of a bottle. That one wasn't as much because it's been on its side, so it isn't all the way settled out. It's generally about half to a third of a bottle, and then the rest of it is the juice. So by using the entire plant and not just the juice, it's a whole food supplement instead of just what you can kind of juice out of it, which makes it that much more powerful because you get all of the puree and the seeds and the skin and all of that in it as well. So when you get your Ningxia at home, leave it set on the counter or in the fridge or whatever for a little while if you want to, and see how much of that whole food, whole fruit you've got down in there. It'll be really interesting. And it can be really exciting to see how great that is. Okay, so our Ningxia wolfberries grow in the Ningxia River Valley in China, and then the juice is blended with blueberry, aronia, cherry, pomegranate, and plum juices, natural stevia extract for a sweetener, grapeseed extract, pure vanilla extract, and then orange, yuzu, lemon, and tangerine oils. Yuzu is an oil that you can't actually buy individually from Young Living. It's just used for the Ningxia. Ningxia is the only nutrient drink on the market that combines whole Chinese wolfberries and pure therapeutic grade essential oils into one single beverage. So that's pretty cool. There really truly is nothing like it on the market. And that's really saying something, because generally when something is this amazing, you get a lot of copycat products, but it's so great, like you can't even copy it. There's nothing that can compare to this original product. And if you've ever used it, then you know what I'm talking about. Okay, there are at least 80 species of lycium berries worldwide, but only the barbarum shows the highest nutrient levels in scientific testing. The Ningxia region holds the gold certificate, China's equivalent of the USDA's organic certification. They are grown with no fertilizers, no pesticides, no sulfur, no irradiation, no dyes, and no heavy metals of lead, arsen, mercury, or cadmium in the soil. The Ningxia region's irrigation water comes from the Yellow River, which is upstream from all of the pollutants of the major cities. And then Yellow River floods the Ningxia plants with a layer of minerals and silt every year. The farms in Ningxia are a semi-arid region with plenty of sunlight and a high temperature difference between day and night, which you can think about like the maple syrup in maple trees, how the sap runs in the spring and fall when it's warm during the day and cool at night, and that's what causes the sap to run really well and you can tap it. So in the berries, that just keeps everything flowing, and that is good for the health of the plant. Temperature differences are good for the liquids in plants because they keep them moving. The elevation is just right for the plant to be the most effective. Any other place in the world would not have the same ecological condition of the pH of the water, the nutrients in the soil, or the silt from the Yellow River. These conditions have earned the Ningxia province the distinction of being China's recognized herbal medicinal valley. Ningxia has a very high nutritional content and naturally occurring organic sugar, which is the sugar that allows your cells to talk. Ningxia is China's only medicinal wolfberry production base. The Lycium barbarum variety of the wolfberry is superior in vitamins, minerals, amino acids, and antioxidants, more than any other wolfberry in the world. Here's a little Chinese proverb for you to round this whole little section out. If you want to be happy for an hour, go take a nap. If you want to be happy for a day, go fishing. If you want to be happy for a lifetime, help people. So, in that vein, this is why we're talking about Ningxia, because it's made huge differences in my life, in people that I know, and hopefully in yours as well as we're talking about this. So, I've read a couple things I want to touch on personally. James adores this. My mom went to mix up her red drink, and James saw her with the 2-ounce single serve packet and started following her around the house screaming because he wanted his Ningxia. So that was pretty funny. I drank this daily while I was pregnant, and it made a huge difference. Especially like in the first trimester with morning sickness. If I drank this right away in the morning, it helped immensely. And then also I would drink it like throughout the day. I'd drink a couple ounces in the morning, a couple ounces in the afternoon. Helped with energy levels, helped with just all kinds of stuff. It was really fantastic. John drinks this every morning now with his morning glass of water on the way into work, gives him some extra energy, and just helps him get that fruit and all of that going in the system. LaDonna, you can look, I believe she shared this in the Wisdom's Way roundtable group, but I'll have to double check. I'm pretty sure it's in there though. And she has been drinking the red drink, which is Ningxia Red, sulfur zyme, and I think she does either lime or orange in hers. She is getting the color back in her hair. She was going very, very gray. You'll have to go find her. Post that talks about it, but she's noticeably regaining the color in her hair. So that just says something about the nutrients that she's getting back in her body. So let's talk about the journey from plants to our doorstep, because there's a long ways, especially for those of us here in the U.S., from the Ningxia province of China all the way to our doorstep here in the Midwest. It can be pretty tricky to bring something sacred from China all the way to the United States. Gary Young was in search of the fountain of youth, the plant that was eaten that helped people live well into their hundreds. He searched in all corners of the earth, and his journey is chronicled in a book that you can buy called Ningxia Wolfberry, the Ultimate Superfood. And that's pictured right there. He found that people living in the Ningxia region in China had exceptional lifespans and something in common. They were nibbling on this berry, making tea out of it, and drying the fruit and eating it. So he took the berry back to his lab in the United States, and thus began the journey of the red berry back to the United States. Once Gary found Ningxia, it took 7 years to get it past customs in the United States and to get it formulated. It first got started as berry young juice, just the juice. Then it was reformulated to include the peel and the flesh of the wolfberry. So we're going to talk about some science really quick as to why Ningxia works, and we've got 7 quick explanations. So reason number 1 is the antioxidants. 1 ounce of Ningxia Red equals 2 pounds of wolfberries. There are 17 or 18 species of wolfberry, but only the Ningxia wolfberry has the ability to deliver all of the micro and macronutrients that are available, or that are bioavailable to the cells of our body. Excuse me. Antioxidants play a huge role in aging, memory, arthritis, and inflammation, and so much more. The oxygen radical absorbance capacity, or ORAC value, is a method of measuring antioxidant capacities. Presently, the highest antioxidant on the ORAC scale is vitamin E, which comes in between 800 and 1200, followed by blueberries, raspberries, pomegranates, etc. A combination of fruits together reach around 3000 on the ORAC scale. The ORAC score of Ningxia is 27,300. So we're going to watch this video really quick. This is Diamond Debbie Erickson talking about the antioxidant power of Ningxia Red.
Hey, I'm Debbie Erickson. I'm Young Living Diamond here in Dallas, Texas. We're filming on location at a Whole Foods here in Plano, Texas. I've been in Young Living for soon to be 7 years, and I've been a very happy Ningxia Red daily user almost that entire 7 years. Our 6 kids, our 6 grandkids, my 94-year-old mother-in-law, our 2 black labs, we all love our Ningxia Red on a daily basis. It is a superfood. It is nutrient dense. The Ningxia wolfberry has over 200 times the amount of antioxidant value than any other food. And I want to talk to you about 3 things today here as you're going to take me on a fun shopping trip here in Whole Foods. I want to talk about the synergistic value that the Ningxia wolfberry has, along with the other 6 fruits that are in Ningxia Red, plus 4 essential oils. That synergy, which means the whole is greater than the parts. The sum whole of Ningxia Red is greater than just the Ningxia wolfberry by itself, or the other 6 fruits, or the 4 oils. It's an amazing superfood. And I believe as an RN and as a Young Living leader that everybody should have it as a foundation to their healthy daily diet. But I also want to talk to you about the comparative value of Ningxia Red. When you look at what the other fruits and vegetables that it's equal to in terms of amount in just 1 ounce, it's amazing. And it's so convenient to be able to get it in a 1 or 2 ounce serving every day. So let's have some fun and let's go shopping for what the comparative value of Ningxia Red is to other high fruits and vegetables and antioxidants. Come join me on this shopping trip. Let's have some fun. Hey, I hope that you've enjoyed my shopping trip here at Whole Foods with me. What you saw I gathered in those 3 carts are the equivalent to 1 ounce of Ningxia Red. Believe it or not, it would have been twice that amount for 2 ounces. So if you got tired shopping with me, that's okay. I've got my 2 ounces of Ningxia Red, and I hope that you're going to have your 2 ounces today too. So join me in having Ningxia Red on a daily basis. Thanks for being with me today at Whole Foods. Chug, 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 chug. This was so much easier doing that than filling 3 shopping carts.
Okay, so that's pretty crazy. Downing a couple ounces of Ningxia is so much easier than trying to eat all that food. We would never do anything but try to prepare and eat. And I don't think any one of us would be feeling very good if we ate 100 oranges in a day. Okay, so let's talk about reason number 2 that we love Ningxia Red and the science behind why it works. So in your body, you have alkaline acid, which acid is what creates disease. It breeds virus, bacteria, and fungus. When you keep your pH neutral, you inhibit the growth of things that you don't want in your body. Everything we eat converts in the stomach, which has a pH of 2.5. Wolfberry goes into the stomach and starts to break down as an acid, but the minute it hits the small intestine, it immediately converts back to alkaline. It's acid binding and alkaline forming. Only one other food does that, which is the lemon. Wolfberry is chemically structured to convert because of the amino acid trypsin, which is responsible for the conversion of amino acids in protein. And guess what Ningxia is? It's an alkaline protein. It's the most perfect food for our gut that exists. Reason number 3 is free radicals. Where do they come from? The air, electromagnetic fields, stuff we're eating, chocolate, sugar, that kind of thing. They are the army guys on the wrong side of the team. They are the ones that come in and wreak havoc. And you outnumber that army with Ningxia. Your body does a good job at taking care of oxidative stress, but one of the reasons we age, the reason we get wrinkly, the reasons we feel tired, is because of an excess of free radicals. Everything that is high in ORAC will flush your system very well. Your body gets quadrillions of free radical attacks each day, 10,000 attacks per cell per day. So your body needs a leg up. Most other nutritional drinks do very little against superoxide, which is the worst free radical, because those drinks are so heavily processed. Gary worked for years to protect the berry all the way to the bottle so you get the full benefits. The Ningxia wolfberry was saved during processing, which means it is a powerhouse designed to fight free radicals within the body. Reason number 4 is vitamin mineral pairs. Minerals have to be properly balanced. Too much calcium will result in a zinc deficiency, and too much zinc can suppress immunity and lead to anemia. Both the mineral profile and the mineral balance of the Ningxia wolfberry is without equal in the plant kingdom. With magnesium to calcium ratios being 1:1, zinc to copper 2:1, and potassium to magnesium 8:1, it's exactly what the body needs in proportion. And you'll also, if you've been doing any research recently on your immune system, you'll know that zinc and vitamin C and vitamin D are all very, very important to our immune system. And so the fact that this helps with the zinc levels in our body is really, really fantastic and important to take note of and to supplement our bodies with. Okay, so, whoops, wrong way. Number 5, it's a macronutrient. You're getting whole food nutrition. It's coming from the plant, not a synthetic source. It's also coming from a food-based source, which means that it's easier for your body to process and you'll absorb more of what you're eating. It's also a liquid, obviously. Excuse me. That means it's easier for your body to process and you'll absorb more of what you're eating. Whoop, I'm sorry. I got behind myself there. If you did a digestive function test, 95 to 98% of us would come back with a weak or deficient digestive system because of medications, stress, and processed foods. To get Ningxia in a liquid form means you can absorb it faster and your body doesn't have to do as much work breaking it down. That's still plenty hot. Reason number 6, it's infused with essential oils. Essential oils in Ningxia act as a delivery system to the body. Because it's infused with Young Living therapeutic grade essential oils, it increases the absorption rate of Ningxia. The tiny oils act as a delivery system for the larger molecules. And reason number 7 is it has the right sugar and the right enzymes. It's easy to get in the mindset that all sugar is bad, but that's not entirely true. Ningxia has the right sugar to open the door to your cells. When your cell membranes are inflamed, oxidized, toxic, or lacking in the mitochondrial function to energize the receptors to open and close, we have no energies. Ningxia's sugars open the door to our cells so good information can get passed to them. It crosses the lipid layer of the cell and passes inside. Only 8 sugars on Earth can open that door, and Ningxia has 4 of the 8 naturally occurring inside the wolfberry. By age 40, you start losing digestive enzymes in the gut. Ningxia is loaded with the right enzymes to help you break food down and get the nutrients out of your body, or out of what you eat, so that you feed your body exactly what it needs. So you can also supplement with other enzymes, and we talked about some of those in our supplement class a little while ago, but this is a great place to start if you want to pick one thing to change about your diet to add into your diet. This is great because it hits everything. Excuse me. Okay, so here's some other important things to know about Ningxia. Ningxia contains every essential amino acid. It contains 13% protein, which is the highest protein content of any fruit. It has trace minerals. It has naturally occurring vitamins B1, B6, and B2, which is the energy vitamin. It has more vitamin C than all the fruits and veggies on the earth at 148 milligrams. Parsley and spinach have 133. Oranges have 53. It has more calcium than cherries, and which are at 16 milligrams, and cruciferous veggies, which have 50. And Ningxia has 110 milligrams, and more beta carotene at 12,600 than carrots at 11,000. And it is loaded with fiber because the skin of the berry was preserved. Perhaps the best thing that the wolfberry does for your body is what it does to cells. The cell membrane is made up of oils, fats, and phospholipids. There are proteins floating on this very liquid and very flexible sea of fat. The proteins are like antennas that pick up messages from your other cells. You know the messengers that come into a cell. They have fancy names like insulin, thyroid enzymes, digestive enzymes, neurotransmitters like dopamine and serotonin. They are messengers that do not work well until you attach the right sugars to them. That's the power of nutrition. Fats, proteins, and sugars are all needed so that everyone can communicate. If you're eating the wrong sugar, you're rendering the whole structure of the cell membrane dysfunctional. If cell communication breaks down, your health breaks down. If you mess up the cell membrane, then you need more insulin to get the job done. 40% of us are insulin resistant. If a man has a waist of more than 40 inches and a woman more than 35 inches, generally speaking, they are insulin resistant. That's why you want to stay away from bad sugars. But we'll come back to that again later. So to wrap up the science section, we're going to say the Ningxia wolfberry and good nutrition can impact your cell membrane. It helps cellular communication take place. It gives the mitochondria the energy it needs. It provides micronutrients and feeds mitochondria, and it has the right sugar to open the cell door. When we eat poorly, our cells get mucked up. The lipid layer on the outside of the cell gets sticky, and the cells stack on top of one another like coins. Ningxia wipes that doorway clean, increases the surface area so that good information can get passed into the cell. Okay. This is a video of all of that happening on a microscope.
This is a blood sample of somebody before taking Ningxia, and this is actually a great example of an unhealthy cell. See how it's stacked like coins? What this means is the cells are right on top of each other. There's very little surface area to them. A lot of it's crowded, which means can't get a whole lot of oxygen in there, which means can't really detox itself, can't breathe, can't take in nutrients, can't detox. Oxygen is what we really need to emit what we don't need, take in what we do need. So this person was given 1 ounce of Ningxia Red. 15 minutes later, this is what their blood looked like. Isn't that awesome? So that's a healthy state in the body. So how many of you guys drank your Ningxia Red packet when you walked in? So
that's pretty crazy, right? You can do this at home. Grab yourself an ounce or a very large sip of Ningxia Red and hold it in your mouth for 10 to 20 seconds, under your tongue if you can, or just in your mouth. And then close your eyes and swallow. Kind of back up before you do that. Kind of take note of a few reference points that are easy to evaluate. Your lung capacity, vision, your sense of energy. Look around the room, see how your eyesight's feeling. Are you tired, energized, somewhere in between? Then take your Ningxia Red, hold it for a few seconds, and swallow. Now take another good evaluation of how you feel. A lot of people feel warmth right away, kind of tingling down to your toes. Take another deep breath. Can you breathe more? Can you take in more air into your lungs? Do you feel more awake? Ningxia contains zeaxanthin and lutein, which are basically natural sunscreen for your eyes. So they help protect your eyes. Some people feel more calm and centered. That's a great way to kind of slow down and take stock of what this is doing for you on a daily basis. Let's talk about some interesting ways to use Ningxia Red. Here's some great Ningxia Red shot recipes. You can mix some of these up. You can grab a screenshot of that if you want. These are fun. You can mix that up in a little shot glass and either sip it or do it like a shot. You can get some pretty fun flavors going with all the different oils added. And then I'm just going to rattle through these really quick. If I hit something that you're interested in, comment below and I will come back either at the end of the video or come back later in the comments and give you more information about it. So here's some other ways that you can use this. Mouthwash, tea, poultice, paste, abdominal conditioner, lotion. You can use it for your ears. You can use it as an enema. Finger or toe soak, foot baths, massage, nail and cuticle treatment, scalp application, frozen snacks, gummy snacks. I guess that's it. Okay, so there's some interesting off-the-wall ways that you can use it if you want. So let's talk about our starter kit super quick. If you're watching this video in our Facebook group, then you've already got a starter kit. However, if you're on my blog later, we're going to talk about the best ways to get this real quick. There's a couple different options. One of them that's great is the Ningxia Red starter kit. This is not current information on here, I don't think, so let me double check this really fast. Give me 1 second. Okay. All right, so the Ningxia Red starter kit is $135 right now. It comes with 2 bottles of Ningxia Red, a box of Ningxia Red singles, and a box of Ningxia Nitro, which we didn't even touch on tonight, but is fantastic. And then also comes with, oh, maybe it doesn't, okay. All right. Yep, 135. Okay. And then you'll get free shipping with that because we're offering free shipping over $100 right now. So just pay a little bit of tax and you'll be all good. That comes with your lifetime membership, so that from here on out, you always pay retail prices for everything, which is a 24% discount off of retail. Always pay wholesale prices. So you get a discount off of retail, 24%. Okay. I don't think this comes with some of that stuff in the picture. So we're going to move on. I need to find a better way. Oh, okay, that's not going to do it. Let me find a way to skip ahead or see how far I need to go. Okay, this is, once you remember, this is far and away the best way to grab your Ningxia Red. This is the, excuse me, this is the Essential Rewards Kit. You get 4 bottles and a box of 32-ounce packets. This is the way I buy it all of the time. You get it for $118. I don't know if the ER bundle cost there is the value or what, but it's $118 roughly. And that's my favorite way to buy it. It's perfect. John and I go through about a bottle a week together. So then I like to stockpile the packets for traveling or over the winter for the cold months when I'm not sure I want to buy the bottles, all that good stuff. Okay, so let's see. Here's a couple of your different options. I haven't double checked the prices on these, so I'm not going to hang out there too much because I don't know if they're accurate or not. How much should we drink? The recommended daily amount is 2 ounces or 1 ounce for those under the age of 6. If you find that it bothers you and it's too much right off the bat, drink, start with a 1/4 teaspoon 2 or 3 times a day and then work up from there. After a week, move to a 1/2 teaspoon a couple times a day. And after 2 weeks, move to 1 teaspoon a day. And then you can keep going from there. This also says it takes sulfurzyme while you up your dose for comfort. So that's a great idea. I just like to drink the sulfurzyme because I like the taste of it. And I like all the great things that it does for me. So that's another great one to add. Okay, that's everything we've got. I'm going to tell you, though, we talked about the Ningxia Red starter kit. I think the oils, the premium starter kit with the oils is the best because for the price that you pay, it's a significantly better deal. You get much more for much more value for very little more money. It's $165 instead of $135. You get a diffuser, you get 12 different oils, you get some Ningxia Red packets and a hand sanitizer and a spray bottle of Thieves alcohol spray and a couple of roller tops and some other some great literature and stuff. It ends up being over a $400 value on that. So that's the one that I strongly recommend that you grab. It can get you started with Ningxia. You can throw Ningxia on your Essential Rewards order for the next month and or throw it right on and order it right away. Either way. But I like that one because I like having the diffuser and getting the oils in your hands right away. If, however, what you really, really want is the Ningxia, you can totally grab that Ningxia starter kit. I will tell you that for the month of October 2020, as a special from me, when you grab your starter kit through me, and I'm your enroller and your sponsor, you're going to get a 15 milliliter bottle, which is this size, of Thieves Cleaner. I'm going to take one of my empties and put Thieves Cleaner in it. That is enough to make a 30-ounce bottle. That's about an ounce. So that's enough to make a 30-ounce bottle of Thieves Cleaner at the multi-purpose cleaner ratio, which is 30 to 1. And because that usually comes in the starter kit, but they're having issues with the packaging right now. The way that they had been sending it out was leaking. So they send the Thieves spray instead, which is awesome. And I love that you get that. But I want you to have the cleaner too. So I'm going to send you 1 ounce of the Thieves Cleaner so you can mix that up and get started with that right away in your house. I'm also going to send you a 5 milliliter bottle with a dropper top on it. And I had one of those around here. Oh, there it is. It's going to look like this. It's a 5 milliliter bottle. And it has this adorable little dropper top on it. And this is going to be what I call a diffuser bomb. And so I'm going to mix up one of my favorite diffuser blends. And you might get the same one as someone else. You might get a different one. I'm going to mix it up in here and send that to you. And then you can just put, 6 or 8 drops in your diffuser, whatever you like. And it's all ready to go. Excuse me. And then in addition to that, you're also going to get a set of empty bottles from Amazon, which I'm going to show you. It comes with 2 of the big bottles, 4 of these spray bottles, 2 of these little spray bottles, and then 4 roller bottles. And I will order that on Amazon, have that sent right to you. The reason I do that is because the big spray bottles, that's just the right amount. You can divvy your Thieves Cleaner up into the 2 of those and mix up 2 bottles right away, or put half in, and have 1 of Thieves Cleaner, 1 of something else, or mix it double strength. I don't care, whatever you want to do, but you can jump in right away. You make your Thieves Cleaner right away. You can make your own roller bottles right away if you want to. You can make some other DIY recipes. We have so many things that you can do with your oils that we talk about in our groups, we talk about in our classes. And one of the things that I have laying around all over my house is empty bottles, because I've bought them, I've used them, I've emptied them. And if you're just getting started, you don't have any empty bottles that you can repurpose. So I'm going to gift you some empty bottles that you can get started with right away. So during the month of October, and I may extend that afterwards, we'll see. But for right now, it's only through the end of October. You'll get the Thieves Cleaner, the diffuser bomb, and those empty spray bottles free as a gift from me when you grab your starter kit from me. So you can do that at bit.ly/Jackie Adams, capital J, capital A, or you can drop me a message and I will help you get going from there. So I hope that this has been a fun class for you, that you've learned some really neat things about Ningxia that you didn't know before. Throw that on your Essential Rewards order for this month. Don't forget that we have all kinds of great freebies this month. We've got Inner Defense. I don't remember the levels that these are at right now. We've got Inner Defense. We've got Aroma Ease. We got the Raven Sarah, and we've got the tea, which I'm drinking the turmeric tea right now. It's fantastic. And then also the super cute mug, also that you can get. So make sure you get your order processed. Don't forget that our giveaway is when you process your ER order at 200 PV or higher, you're entered in a drawing to win 1 of 2 of these awesome books called Frugal Clean Living on a Budget by Rhonda Favano. She's a fantastic author. She's one of the diamonds or higher. So that is also going on our Team Nuts. You can get that done. You can qualify for that through the end of the month. So if you have any questions, drop some comments below, and I will see you next week. We are going to talk about CBD next weekend.